The morning light over Los Angeles is still dim when Elon Musk's day begins. At exactly 6 a.m., his alarm sounds, not with a jarring buzz, but with a soft chime, a reminder that discipline doesn't need to be harsh to be powerful. Musk opens his eyes, not to scroll through messages or check stock prices, but to spend the first 30 seconds in stillness. His breathing slows, his mind clears. He recalls fragments of his dreams, sometimes strange, sometimes inspiring, and jots down anything memorable in the small leather notebook on his nightstand. It's a habit that began years ago, when he realized that creativity often hides in the quiet, subconscious moments of the mind. From there, Musk sits on the edge of his bed and drinks a tall glass of water with a slice of lemon. It's not glamorous, but it's essential. Hydration, he believes, is the simplest performance enhancer that most people overlook. As he drinks, he focuses on gratitude, the fact that he has another day to push human possibility forward. Next, he makes his bed neatly, every corner tucked in with precision. This isn't about cleanliness, it's about order. Musk knows that starting the day with a small victory creates momentum for bigger wins ahead. A few minutes later, he steps barefoot onto the cool, wooden floor and begins a short yoga flow. Nothing dramatic, just enough to open his joints, stretch his muscles, and wake up his body. Sometimes he combines this with deep breathing, focusing on the inhale and exhale, letting his mind center before the day's chaos begins. Then comes the cold shower. Musk is no stranger to discomfort. In fact, he seeks it. The icy water shocks his system awake, boosting circulation and forcing his mind into sharp alertness. He often says that if you can conquer a freezing shower first thing in the morning, you're less likely to be intimidated by harder challenges later in the day. After drying off, he heads to his minimalist kitchen, where a small array of supplements awaits: vitamins, probiotics, and omega-3 capsules. These aren't taken out of trend, but with the same calculated precision he applies to engineering, each nutrient selected to support long-term brain function and energy. Breakfast is quick but intentional: a high-protein smoothie made with almond milk, plant-based protein powder, spinach, and berries. Musk avoids heavy meals in the morning, preferring fuel that keeps him light and focused. As he drinks, he opens a hardcover book, often about physics, history, or leadership, and reads for 15 minutes. These pages are not just for knowledge, but for perspective, reminding him of the bigger picture beyond emails and deadlines. And only after this does he open his laptop. The first 90 minutes of his day are shielded from digital noise. No social media, no pointless notifications. Instead, his screen now displays his goals for the day, written in his journal the night before. Tasks that align not only with his company's missions, but also with his personal vision for humanity's future. By 7:30 a.m., the pace quickens. Elon Musk's mind is now fully switched on. But instead of diving directly into high-pressure decisions, he takes a few more minutes for what he calls mental priming. He opens his journal once again, but this time, he practices two distinct styles of writing: right to feel and right to be. In the first, right to feel, Musk writes about what's on his mind right now: emotions, concerns, and small victories. It's a way to process the noise so it doesn't carry into the rest of the day. The second, right to be, is aspirational. Here, he writes as if he is already the person he aims to become: disciplined, visionary, calm under pressure. This shift in identity is not just psychological, it's strategic. After journaling, he steps outside for a brief walk in his garden. The early sunlight filters through the trees, and Musk practices mindfulness as he moves, noticing the sound of leaves in the wind, the warmth of the sun on his skin, and the rhythm of his footsteps. These few minutes anchor him in the present, even as his schedule demands that he constantly think about the future. When he returns, his laptop awaits. Now comes the part that most people imagine. When they think of Elon Musk, the intense focus, the high-stakes problem solving. But even here, there is discipline. Musk tackles his most important tasks first, usually in the realm of engineering or product strategy. These are the tasks that require the clearest thinking, so they happen early in the day, when his mind is at its peak. He reviews emails selectively, only those from his direct teams, or those involving critical decisions. Every email is read with purpose. Every reply is concise. Musk avoids the trap of being busy for the sake of being busy. Instead, he's effective a concept. He's refined over decades of building companies under immense pressure. Around 9 a.m., Musk takes a short pause to connect with his children if they're around. This is not a rushed hello. It's time spent in real conversation, listening to their ideas and sharing small moments. For him, family is not separate from his mission. It's a reminder of why the mission matters. If there's a SpaceX launch or Tesla development that day, he'll check updates briefly, making quick, decisive adjustments if needed. But he does so with a calm presence, never letting urgency turn into panic. His team often remarks on this quality, that even in the most critical moments, he maintains an almost surgical clarity. By mid-morning, Musk is running at full capacity. The combination of a deliberate start, physical and mental alignment, and disciplined task management means that, by the time most people are still checking their phones, he has already completed more meaningful work than many do in an entire day. By late morning, Elon Musk's schedule becomes a carefully orchestrated sequence of high-impact engagements. Meetings are short and sharply focused, often lasting no more than 15 minutes. He believes in compressing time, cutting out the unnecessary, and moving fast without sacrificing quality. In every conversation, he pushes for clarity, not just what needs to be done, but why it matters. Even during meetings, his discipline in avoiding distractions is evident. His phone is face down, notifications muted, and his attention is laser-focused on the person speaking. In a world addicted to multitasking, Musk's single-task focus stands out as a rare advantage. Midday, he takes another short pause, this time for a reset. Sometimes it's a glass of lemon water. Other times, it's a 5-minute breathing exercise in his office. These small recalibrations keep his mind sharp and prevent decision fatigue from creeping into early. Lunch is functional, often eaten at his desk. Musk is not one to linger over long meals. His plate is usually something protein-rich and clean, designed to sustain energy without causing sluggishness. If he does take a longer lunch, it's often with someone who can offer fresh insights or challenge his thinking. He values conversations that sharpen ideas rather than waste time. Afternoons are for building, literally and figuratively. Whether he's reviewing design schematics for a new rocket stage or refining a manufacturing process at Tesla, this is the part of the day when his problem-solving is at its most intense. His team knows that if you bring him a problem at 3 p.m., you will leave the room with either a solution or a radically better way to think about it. Before the evening rush of commitments begins, Musk takes one last look at his journal. He reviews what's been accomplished, what still needs his attention, and whether he stayed aligned with the day's priorities. This daily review is less about checking boxes and more about measuring whether he's spent his time on the right things, the things that move him closer to his vision of humanity's future. As the daylight fades, his 16-hour workday is still far from over. There are more meetings, more designs, more plans to review. But the way he began his day, with clarity, discipline, and intentionality, has carried through. Musk's morning routine is not about perfection, it's about preparation. It's a system designed to give him the physical energy, mental focus, and emotional grounding to operate at a level few can match. And perhaps that's the lesson for anyone watching. You don't need to run a space company or revolutionize transportation to benefit from a morning like this. You just need to start your day with purpose, guard your attention like a scarce resource, and make sure your first hours create the momentum to carry you through whatever challenges come next.